It's happening to us now, and a lot of us don't realize it. Our students are using Facebook as part of their courses. They're communicating with each other using SMS. They're using the cloud to find all kinds of information that isn't in their courses. It's being done now. A lot of them are using their mobile devices now to access their information relevant to their courses, and it's not necessarily coming from your course page or from their textbook. Cloud computing, we're talking about data farms with personalized services. So what it is on the cloud, you go there, you set it up to the way you want it, with the applications readily available that you want to use. And it's inexpensive, and multi-user applications are possible, and particularly for gaming and gaming type applications. You can deploy immediately. And again, this is what happened with this Open University in Valencia. They just contracted with it with the cloud. They were immediately able. They were on the web. There's 3 universities in New Brunswick, private sector universities, have started up, one by our arch enemy, the University of Phoenix. And they've set up Meritus University in New Brunswick. And again, they just go to the cloud. They can set up things very quickly. And these are very powerful, very efficient services that they get. Email, they don't have to look after their own email. It's all done on the cloud. Scalable systems, they're reliable. They can take care of security and privacy. And we're very concerned in Athabasca University about the Patriot Act. So we don't want any of our students' information going to the United States. So we would insist that any access to the cloud be done through a Canadian server, and that it not go to the States. And of course, that's in the naive opinion that our Canadian security services won't give the information to the Americans. But nevertheless, it won't be us that did it. Rather, it'll be the Canadian security services. Yeah, application consistency. So as it's the same all around, and control, and it gives the control to the student. As part of this is the access to open educational resources. I did a research paper last year. I found there were over 8,000 full university courses available from accredited universities, mainly from the United States, in English. This year, I estimate there's about 16,000 full university courses available free under Creative Commons licenses that anyone can use. Some people say, well, there's a lot of garbage out there. And that's true, but there's a lot of garbage in our institutions too, and we don't care to admit it. But I'd say the garbage out there is about the same percentage as the garbage that's in our institutions. But there's a lot of really good courses there, and people aren't using them. And we find faculty complaining about all the work they have to do developing their course, when they could just go online and find a fully developed course that's been tried and tested from some of the top institutions in the world. And they could just take that freely, and all they have to do is give credit to it that, you know, it was designed by this professor and from this university. And that's the only restriction on it. You can change it, you can take out the chapters you don't like, you can do what you want with it. There's also at least 3 million learning modules at the university level that you could use, and a huge range of course material. It's all freely available. And this is becoming very important because last year when they tried to bring in the American copyright laws with Bill C-21, and they're going to be doing it again this fall with another bill number. The restrictions were put on so much that we thought, you know, if those restrictions come in, and I think they are going to come in, it'll make it almost impossible for us to use copyrighted material. We will have to start using open material because there's so many, as I mentioned about those copyright licenses, there's so many restrictions on them that it just becomes impossible. It makes it impossible for us to work. I mean, one of them was you have to destroy, students have to destroy their course material 20 days after the exam. Well, can you imagine you've just finished Calculus 1 and you're going to Calculus 2 and you have to destroy your Calculus 1 textbook? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just one aspect of it. So what I believe is that the copyright laws that are coming in